Welcome. And thank you for being here. You're about to experience a powerful shift in the way you think, act, and move toward your goals. This is more than an audiobook, it's a mindset reset, a new beginning, and a deeper understanding of the silent force that holds so many people back. Today, you and I are stepping into a journey of awareness, clarity, and transformation. This is Unmasking Procrastination, the Devil's Greatest Lie, a rich mindset blueprint for action. If you're listening to this, it means you're ready to break old patterns, ready to take back control, ready to rise into the version of yourself you've always known you could be. So take a breath. Settle in, and whenever you're ready, let's jump in. Chapter 1: The Whisper of Later. Imagine you're standing at the edge of a quiet morning. The world hasn't started moving yet, and for a brief moment, everything feels possible. You feel your dreams stirring. A spark inside you lights. You feel capable, energized, ready. You imagine yourself taking the step, beginning the journey, moving toward the vision you've carried for so long. Then, it happens. That quiet, comforting whisper slips into your mind, "Not yet. Start later." It doesn't feel like sabotage. It feels gentle, almost protective. It tells you there's no rush. It tells you tomorrow is just as good. It tells you you'll feel more ready then. That whisper feels like self-care. But it's the start of a slow unraveling, because later doesn't show its cost up front. It tricks you with comfort in the moment, while stealing momentum in the background. You don't realize the weight of later until later becomes a habit. You say it once, then again, and eventually it becomes a default response. But here's the deeper truth: procrastination rarely enters your life through the front door. It sneaks in quietly, disguised as kindness. It doesn't demand that you quit your goals, it simply asks that you pause them. And that small pause, when repeated, becomes a wall between you and your future. You are not lazy. You are not irresponsible. You are not unfocused. Your brain is simply protecting you the only way it knows how, by choosing comfort over uncertainty. But comfort is a short-term currency that costs you long-term fulfillment. This first chapter is about awareness. Recognizing the whisper. Hearing it clearly. Understanding how something so gentle can become so powerful. Because once you can hear the voice of later, you can finally choose a different one. Chapter 2: The Illusion of Control. Procrastination is clever. It doesn't make you feel out of control, it gives you the illusion that you're more in control than ever. You feel strategic. You feel smart. You feel deliberate. You feel like you're making the right call by shifting things into the future. But when you delay action, you're handing responsibility to a future version of yourself that doesn't exist, yet one who somehow has more time, more energy, more motivation, more discipline than the person you are now. That fantasy version becomes the hero of your story. But in reality, you're still the one who must act, and that illusion takes a toll. At first, it's subtle. You tell yourself you just need a moment. You need to feel inspired. You need a sign, a spark, a perfect opportunity. But perfection is never the doorway to progress. Presence is. As days pass, the illusion begins to crack. Stress creeps in. Guilt settles under the surface. You begin to feel behind, rushed, overwhelmed. Not because you can't accomplish your goals, but because your self-trust has been slowly chipped away. You tell yourself, "I'll fix it tomorrow." But tomorrow doesn't come packaged with confidence. Tomorrow doesn't come with a new mindset. Tomorrow doesn't come with a different version of you. Tomorrow only brings more tomorrows, unless you choose otherwise. This chapter lifts the veil. It shows you that control isn't gained by delaying. It's gained by deciding. Your life moves forward the moment you choose to move with it. Chapter 3: Unmasking the Saboteur. Now we go deeper. Beneath every delayed action is an emotion, one you may not have noticed at first. Procrastination is rarely about the task. It's about the feeling underneath the task. Sometimes the root is fear. Fear of not being good enough. Fear of trying and failing. Fear of judgment. Fear that the dream you imagine in your mind won't look the same in reality. Other times, the fear is of success. The fear of becoming someone new. The fear of being seen. The fear of pressure. The fear that achieving your goals will force you into a bigger version of life than you're familiar with. There's also the fear created by chaos, too many responsibilities. Too many decisions, too many pressures. Decision fatigue makes even simple tasks feel heavy. So you seek relief. A moment of escape. And your brain rewards this with a quick shot of dopamine. Not because you're weak, but because you're seeking balance. Understanding these emotional roots gives you power. Because procrastination loses its grip the moment you stop seeing it as a character flaw and start seeing it as emotional protection. Your brain isn't working against you. It is trying to keep you safe. But growth and safety rarely walk hand in hand. Once you understand the saboteur, you can talk to it. You can calm it. You can work with it. And you can move past it. Chapter 4: Breaking the Spell. This is where the transformation begins. Not through force. Not through pressure. But through systems. Systems that support your growth, your energy, your focus, your identity. The 2-minute rule is simple but transformative. When a task takes less than 2 minutes, act immediately. This rewires your brain to favor starting instead of delaying. Task chunking turns mountains into pebbles. You don't write a book. You write a sentence. You don't run a marathon. You take a step. You don't transform your life in one moment. You do it with consistent, tiny motions that compound. Accountability adds a layer of integrity. When someone else knows your goal, your follow-through becomes stronger. You rise to the expectation. Embracing imperfection frees you. Done is better than perfect. Finished is better than flawless. Action is better than intention. Celebrating small wins is how you shift your identity. When you acknowledge your progress, your brain builds a story about you. I am someone who takes action. And making your progress visible. Journals, trackers, notes keeps you grounded in reality instead of emotion. These tools break the spell of procrastination by replacing delay with action, doubt with clarity, hesitation with momentum. Chapter 5: Reclaiming Your Future. This is the climax. The rise. The awakening. Your life is shaped by decisions. Not dreams. Dreams give direction, but decisions give movement. Every moment you delayed wasn't failure, it was preparation. You were gathering awareness, understanding your patterns, learning your emotional triggers. But now the time for delay is over. The time for hesitation is behind you. You are standing at the edge of your future, and this time, you step forward, not perfectly. Not fearlessly. Not flawlessly, but powerfully, because later is no longer your language. Now is, you choose to move. You choose to grow. You choose to act. You choose to evolve. You choose yourself. This audiobook isn't the end of the story. It's the beginning of the part where you rise. Where you decide, where you reclaim your momentum, your energy, your ambition, your future. And from this moment forward, you are no longer the person who waits. You are the person who moves. Your next chapter starts now. I hope this message found its way into the part of you that's ready to grow, ready to rise, and ready to step into the future you deserve. If this audiobook spoke to you, if it gave you clarity, or lit a spark inside you, then I invite you to stay connected, like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications, so you never miss another mindset shift, another breakthrough, another piece of guidance on your journey.